Welcome to a video on parenting during the time of COVID-19. This video has been made specifically for parents who have been having difficulties during this time. You know that the time of COVID-19 has caused quite a lot of uncertainties and some difficulties, and for parents who have been on lockdown with their children, it has been quite a different experience for them, and for one to be able to manage everything, it has caused parents to really be creative and really try and manage their own lifestyle as well as their children's lifestyle. I hope during this video you will see that the difficulties that you have faced, that it's difficulties that most parents have faced, and that you are not alone, and to understand that this time is quite a unique time, and therefore the experiences that we're experiencing now are quite different and they need some adjustment. However, as we go through this presentation, I also hope that you can see how you can also try and manage your own lifestyle, see what suits you best, so that you can be able to do what you need to do and be able to manage everything well. So I hope that you will enjoy this presentation, and I hope that it will give you some strength, and you will find creative ways that will work for you during this time of COVID-19. Thank you. The outline for this presentation is that we're going to look at the benefits of parenting during the time of COVID-19. We're going to look at how one can try and make suitable decisions during this time, and it's so important to remain positive during this time. So we're going to look at how one can be able to remain positive and how one can navigate being a parent and a student or an employee during this time. And we're going to look at what the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science is offering for support for all students who are currently parents during this time of COVID-19.
So this is a quick message to all the parents out there who are losing their freaking minds. You're not alone. We have a 5-year-old son who is taking all of our time and energy, who doesn't sleep in his bed on his own for very long at night, and who seems to need us a lot, who's come into this place where we can't leave the room. Somebody's got to be with him because all of a sudden he gets scared. He's going through something. Life is messed up for him right now, and it's taking two parents and like all of our efforts to be there for our son and not have him melt down on us. And thus, my husband and I have not had any time to be husband and wife. We barely have enough time at night and enough energy to like lay together in bed, snuggle and watch TV. This is hard. This is just hard. I absolutely love my son. He's the light of my life. He's the best thing that has ever happened to me. But this is hard on him, and I can tell he needs a break from his parents, even though he doesn't know it. We need a break from our son, which is a notion that as a parent, do not feel guilty about that. Don't. It's okay to need a moment away from your children. My husband and I are trying to take turns to give each other those moments, but we don't have any time like really together, just he and I, just to have an adult conversation for more than about 5 seconds at a time without being interrupted or whatever. We're doing the best we can, and I'm sure you're doing the best you can too. And whether you're a single parent, there he is, whether you're a single parent doing this on your own, and if you are, oh my God, hats off to you. Whether you're 2 parents and you have 1 kid or you have 5 kids, whatever you have, nobody's better or worse. But if you are feeling stress, if you are feeling anxiety, if you are feeling like your patience is lost with your child every once in a while, or maybe a lot, we're all there. We're in the same boat together. This is hard. So just give yourself some grace. It's okay if you cry. See, I'm like kind of next to tears. It's okay if you cry. It's okay if you need to get out for a walk. It's okay if your house suddenly feels like the worst place in the world to be right now. Um, all of it is okay. We're all going through something, and we are all gonna get through it together. And I don't know if you're anything like me, but I don't really have mama friends that I can talk to. So I don't really know if other moms and dads are going through this. I assume they are. I see some people in the neighborhood, and everybody kind of gives each other the look when we're walking, like, oof, another day. Um, so if you are feeling like you're alone in this, you're not. You, within the walls of your home, may be alone, but rest assured, what you're feeling is normal. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to lose your patience. It's okay to need a break. Um, and please do, if you can reach out and talk to somebody, do that. And if you want to reach out and talk to me, do that too. I'm here. We're all part of this community together. And if you're watching the video and you've come this far, you must obviously need some sort of validation in some way, and I'm happy to help with that. So give yourself some grace, take a deep breath, meditate if you can, and I'll see you soon.
After looking at the previous video, I hope that you have um, seen that currently most parents are experiencing difficulty during this time. I hope that you can understand that everything that you're going through is something that most parents are going through. And yes, it is a difficult time. However, you need to understand that this time is different. So therefore, being a teacher and a parent and doing all the domestic work within your household is obviously going to be challenging, because all these efforts require a lot from you as a parent. And I can imagine as a student you also would have even more tasks to be able to try and manage everything. So in everything that you're going through, please do understand that you are not alone. However, having said that, there are benefits of parenting during the time of COVID-19. And when we look into this deeply, we can see that when we spend more time with our children, it makes the relationship even more intimate. You are able to have a closer relationship with your child during this time, because you in each other's space for quite a long time. I mean, each and every day you're in each other's spaces and faces. So it makes the relationship even more closer. And it helps with communicating. You can be able to use the time to work on your communication with your children or your child, and it will help you to understand your child better, and you'll be able to understand when your child is reacting in a certain way, the reasons behind it, and it will help you to be able to communicate with your child in a better way. So definitely this time has challenged a lot of parents to be able to be better communicators with their children. So you also have the freedom to play with your child. And isn't this such a nice experience? Being able to really play with your child, being able to let go and be free, and really also tap into your own childhood. So, yes, this time, definitely for most parents, when you are able to engage in playtime with your child, you experience such freedom and such joy. So that is something that most parents don't have the time when the lives were normal, where you would just be either doing your academic work, and therefore after that, maybe later in the afternoon you'll go back home. You couldn't really find the time to really play and be present in your child's life. So definitely this time has caused for a parent to be more present, to be more aware of everything that is happening within the household, and better understanding your child's weaknesses. Isn't this such a privilege, being able to understand your child's weaknesses and strength? I'm sure for most parents, you have discovered more things about your child. You've discovered things that you weren't aware of before as you engage with your child even more. So these are all benefits because it really helps create a greater bond with your child. And if the bond is more greater during this time, it's going to help you even when this lockdown or this time of COVID-19 has passed. It's going to help your relationship to grow, and for you as a parent to be able to understand your parenting style and to understand your child as you go through this time. So let's look at making suitable decisions during this time. So definitely these are unprecedented times, and some parents often wonder if they are making the correct decisions for their children. One thing you would need to understand as a parent is that your household is different from others. Therefore, try not to enter into the competition of who's doing the parenting better, especially during this time, because once you enter into that competition, then it will shift your focus from your household and your child and yourself into looking at who's doing what, and trying to compete with other parents around you. Understand that this this is a unique time, and therefore focusing on your own parenting style and your child is so important, so that you can really give the best to your child and to yourself. It's also good to get some structure and routine. This is good for the both of you, the parent and the child. It really helps to relieve the stress during this time, and it helps to manage everything during this time. So once you have a structure or a routine, then it makes life easier. However, you need to understand as you work through your structure, understand that every day is a work in progress. You will never get to a time where everything is perfect and everything is just going in a perfect way. So uh, get the structure, get the routine. However, also try and understand that this time is different. So also be compassionate towards yourself. Really be compassionate towards yourself and your child during this time, because this time is stressful on its own. So the more compassion you practice, the more you are able to face these challenges that are before you. So talk with your child and listen carefully. So as you engage more in communication with your child, it helps you as a parent to really see what's suitable as a parenting style for the individual child. So when you are able to understand your child as an individual, then you can really be able to have a parenting style that will suit that child, and therefore it will help you also to understand how best to parent your child. Keep calm and manage stress. I know this is being said a lot, being able to keep calm and manage stress. It is so important because children model behavior, children model everything. So if you can manage stress during this time, it will be such a benefit to you and also to your child during this time. So when you don't understand the bad behavior that your child is displaying, and you know that you've explored all possible reasons, the better thing to do is to try and redirect the bad behavior that is being displayed by your child. Children often find it difficult to communicate their feelings and their thoughts at times. So sometimes they display some of the difficulties that they're experiencing within them. So sometimes it's not worthwhile to put in so much attention to the bad behavior, but it's good to recognize it. However, you can also redirect it into something that is better. Maybe one thing that a parent can do to try and redirect the bad behavior is maybe do something else. Maybe play a board game, or have your child assist you in something that you're doing at that time. So, answer the questions regarding COVID 19 honestly. Definitely, children are hearing everything, and children would have a lot of questions. However, it is important that as we try to help them understand everything, that we can use language that is suitable for them and to try and answer every other aspect as honestly as possible, so that they too can really understand the situation and really be at a state where they can be calm about everything that is happening. Recognize your feelings as well as your child's feelings before responding to a situation. So it is also important to recognize your own feelings during a certain turmoil time with your child. This is gonna help you to be able to respond appropriately when a situation is happening at that time. So recognize what are you feeling at that time and try to respond in a more appropriate time during a conflict with your child. Keep healthy. This is so important. I know it's being said quite a lot. Yes, we need to try and keep healthy as much as possible. And it's nice when you can do it with your child, or you can engage in activities where the both of you are doing something. This could be a walk around the house, or maybe jogging on the spot, or maybe cleaning inside the household, and you can really have your child help you clean to so that you can get the exercise that you need, or maybe cooking together so that your child understands how important nutrition is. So keep healthy as much as possible. So don't also forget that you are also on a journey with your career. So make suitable time for your work or academic work. So also, as much as you are putting so much effort into yourself and your child, also remember that there is also your academic work that you're also trying to work through. So try and make suitable times for everything. So, remaining positive. This is such an important aspect, especially during COVID 19. It is so important that we are able to see the positives during this difficult time. This time has been difficult for everyone, and for many parents, tolerance levels have been a test. it is important to note that children model everything that one does, and therefore, the more a parent models appropriate behavior, the easier it is for the child to do the same. So, how can one be able to remain positive? Maybe it'll be a good idea to set aside downtime with your child by switching off the TV, cell phone, or any devices, and by maybe trying to read a book or just having a really an intimate time with your child or children by playing board games. This will help shift the focus on everything that's happening into a more pleasant experience, especially during this time of COVID-19. So also try to practice random acts of kindness. The more you practice random acts of kindness, you are also helping your hormones to secrete more happy hormones, so you are able to really move away from a space of sadness, a space of difficulty, and you are able to be in a space where you can be positive, and that's going to help you to gain more energy to be able to face each day as it comes. Understand your strengths and your limitations as a parent. This is so crucial to understand, that sometimes you might not be able to do everything. Sometimes you might miss that math homework, or you might not be able to do everything as you had planned for that day. Understand that you also would have limitations, and as you have limitations, this is definitely something that that shouldn't stress you. It's something that you shouldn't put pressure on yourself so much, because this time really requires one to try and be as enthusiastic and as positive as they can be. So understand that you have strengths and also you have limitations. So, navigating being a parent and a student or an employee, yes, it is a difficult task. However, um, as a parent, you need to think back and remember that even before the rules of lockdown, even before the situation with COVID-19 came about, you were still doing the parenting. Yes, it's different now because your children are in your household 24 hours, and you are also working in the same space, and you're trying to do your household duties at the same space. However, you need to remember that there is some resiliency in that. When you think of yourself even before the situation of lockdown, you as a parent, you are able to be resilient through the times of being a student or an employee and a parent, even way before lockdown. And this is something that each and every parent has during this time of COVID-19. This resilience that helps you to be able to face another day, this resilience of being able to do everything. Obviously, the resilience that you have does come with a lot of effort of being able to take care of your stresses, engaging in activities that are going to help you manage your stress levels. However, this is a skill that this is a strength that most parents have. So understand that you, as a student parent, you are as a resilient person. So obviously, the situation of lockdown rules has challenged the parents to be more creative in caring for their children as well as themselves. And this is another strength that you, as a student parent or an employee who is a parent during this lockdown time, have the creativity that you have displayed in being able to manage everything has been outstanding. So take note to that and make sure that you focus on those strengths because those are abilities that you have as a parent. So, with regards to the support that is offered for parents who are students, especially during this time of COVID-19, please note that there are some support platforms such as group sessions that are currently being offered within the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science. Please note that this is something that could really benefit you as a student who is a parent or an employee. Please contact us via our email at aes support at ukzn.ac.za, or you can contact the counselors who are mentioned below. You can contact Ms. N. Kweyama, Mr. M.W. Zondi, or Ms. R. Muzel, so that you can get more information with regards to the supports that we are offering. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have gained much strength by listening to this video, and I really hope that you'll be able to really come out stronger after this lockdown period has been brought down. Take care, and thank you for listening. Bye.